Today we're going to be talking about how I make an old school Eminem type beat, and we're going to be doing it using only stock plugins. I always like to start with a harpsichord or a clav, and that's that type of instrument that you hear in a lot of old school, especially Eminem songs, would be like a harpsichord. So I've already put together a melody, but guys, the melody is the most important part, and it's whatever your process is, that's your process. So if you like to start with a drum loop, okay, you know, it is what it is. But I personally would recommend starting with the melody and obviously setting your tempo somewhere around 90 to 105, 110 if you want it faster. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the melody here. And that's it. So it's important that you have space, and you want these little short kind of staccato notes, so there's space. And this is how you're going to get that kind of that bounce and that vibe that you're looking for. Now from there, really, and by the way, guys, in order to do that, the instrument I used was something I found here in the stock instruments section. You can just go up and search here for like harpsichord or clav or whatever and find an instrument that kind of sounds like that. And I put some reverb on it real quick in the mixer just to make it sound a little bit better, because that usually I don't use stock plugins. I use other plugins like the Korg Triton, or let's see what else I usually use. I use Serum a lot, but not for that. Or Expand 2 is another really good one if you have that plugin. There's a lot of options in there. But have no fear. All you need is stock plugins in order to make this type of beat, and that's what we're doing here today. So once you got your melody established, and I've also layered in this Strat mute, and all I did was I copy and pasted that melody that we've already created. And I got this Strat mute, and this is a stock instrument that I actually really do like. It's got a nice sound to it. Listen to it. If you've heard my beats before in the past, you've heard that. That Strat mute sounds pretty decent for a stock plugin, okay? So that's in instruments and that's in guitar. You can go ahead and use that. Pretty much every other instrument that I have here, except for the whine, which we'll go over, I just copy and pasted the same melody. I changed the octaves. I might have put them higher or lower, but what else do we have here? Just a synth that I kind of layered in there just to give it something extra. And of course, the bass. I used GMS for these other synths, by the way, guys. But for the bass, specifically, I used the Funk Saw 2. I brought the stereo down a little bit. Probably turned off the reverb. Oh no, the reverb's off. The glue would be what you would turn off, because that was on before. And I like it to sound dry and dead, like center. That other instrument was a Brass Bright, Trance Stab, just something to layer in there. But you want to keep your sounds pretty dry too. That's another thing. I did put a little bit of reverb on that harpsichord, just because it just sounds, it sounds cheap. So I think the reverb kind of helped it there. But in general, you want to keep all of your instruments pretty dry to make this style of beat. And when I say dry, I mean, very little reverb. And this here instrument that I got, I layered in for the hook, for the chorus. And I did modify this melody a little. It still follows the exact same melody here, where you can see these short staccato notes, but I just cleared out this first portion here and sustained that note, and then this note here, this F sharp and this A sharp, just to I don't know, it just sounds better to me that way as opposed to following, just to give it some kind of a variation. Okay, and last but not least, let's go over the drums. Very simple. You got some good stock drums in FL Studio. As soon as you open it up, as soon as you get it, right out the box, there's some good stuff in here. If you go to Legacy, Drums, Hip Hop, I like to use kind of like dirtier sounding kicks like that, and snares. So I use 7, 5, and 5 on the hi-hat there. And that's pretty much it, guys. After you arrange the song, mixing is pretty straightforward. Like I said, you keep it all pretty dry, so you just mix your levels down, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. I hope this helped somebody. You know, the funny thing is, my most popular beat ever that's got like however many millions of views, you know, and there's more than one in this style, they were made using mostly stock plugins inside of FL Studio. So no excuses, guys. Go out there. If you like this style of beat, make this beat. Maybe you're a producer. I hope this helped you out there. You know, maybe you can get some views too, you know, and maybe you can, you know, sell your beats, or maybe you're just looking to make one for yourself so you own it exclusively. I really hope this helped, and if it did help, guys, please give that little algae a wink, you know? Drop a little like, drop a little comment, drop a little sub, you know, so we can promote this video, so YouTube's like, yeah, BLIV beats, we like ya.